Welcome to the Bridging the Generation podcast. I'm your host, Malak Arif, and today, coming to the Bridging the Generation podcast platform, I have one of my favorite producers in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. He's also a rapper, worked with numerous artists such as Raheem Devaughn, Pinky Killer Corn, Uptown XO, Ox, Sniper B. The list goes on, man. The brother is dope, man. So, with all that being said, it is an honor and a pleasure to introduce to the Bridging the Generation podcast, the one and only DC's own AB the Pro, aka Raheem Devaughn. Let's go. Bridging the Generation podcast. I'm your host, Malak Arif, and today I have one of my favorite producers in the area, man. This brother is, if you never heard of him, man, get ready to know about this brother. I'm talking about the one, the only, Raheem Devaughn, aka AB the Pro, man. And
What's up, y'all?
And I got a very special guest, co-host, young sister, Deandra. I don't want to mess her name up. This is her first time, on the platform. So how you doing, Deandra?
Hey, how you doing? I'm good.
All right. So how's everybody doing tonight, man? You guys ready to rock and roll?
Yeah.
Ready to get
Yeah.
All right. Well, first of all, man, you the star of the show, AB. So, we about to go, and I hope you have a little time, man. I don't want to keep you too long, but I've been following your career, man, since 2013. I want to tap in, man. We about to go in. You know what I'm saying? I hope you got a little time, man. We'll put it like that.
Yeah. I got a few minutes, man. Let's talk.
All right. So first of all, man, how's with the whole pandemic and everything going on out here, man? How you been holding up? How you been maintaining with with all the chaos going on, man? How you been able to just focus and stay locked in?
Oh man, well before social distancing, I was kind of like already doing that in a sense where I love connecting with people, but I understand, it's a time for everything. So just when it was time for everything to shut down, I didn't have that withdrawal of not going out so much, because as an artist, I go out a lot of times when I need to. As a producer, I do what I need. So a lot of my free time comes with spending it with my family and, just regular everyday people. But, I just been able to keep it strong, man. Been able to make music, been able to get my own self-therapy in that type of way and connect with myself and others. So it's been easy to get through,
No doubt. No, that's good to hear, man, because I know, a lot of artists, man, they've been hit hard. Not just artists, man. People in general been hit hard by this whole pandemic. So, I like to be able to just chop it up with you guys, man, and just see where you guys are at mentally, man. I ain't trying to, be on some Dr. Phil shit or, nothing like that.
But cool, man.
You know what I'm saying? So, I got an opportunity to meet you, man. And when I got a chance to meet you, man, I said, man, we got to lock in. So it's an honor to have you here, man, on the platform. So, let's go from the beginning. Let's start from the beginning, man. Like, when did you first get introduced into hip hop, man? Like I said, you one of those, in my eyes, man, you one of those unique producers from the area, man. So, I think the fans want to know, like, when did you become not just just being on the sidelines, but go from being on the sidelines, being a fan of the culture, to being, a participant?
Yeah, starting out young, man, my parents, they really from Gary, Indiana. So they grew up right down the street from Michael Jackson. So we had to come down to really DC to break some generational curses, man. Really what you're hearing is just a lot of the untouched, a lot of the untapped trauma Cause I grew up in Southeast, so everybody got their traumas. But
oh yeah,
just what you're hearing right now with somebody who's speaking from a place of strength. So I done had to sit on the sidelines. I done had to watch friends record with Kanye West, and every time I was just happy to be a part of it. Never looked at the position like I should have the position that somebody else is in.
right.
Always just waited my turn and was happy for whoever, was doing their thing. Like, you
That's
around me, it only makes sense. It's like, I'm like the Wizards if I live in DC, Like, it only makes sense. I'm gonna give the glory to whoever needed, whoever closest to me, who I could help out right now, you know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Yeah.
No, that's interesting, man. That's very interesting.
How do you
How
do you think that change molded you into the artist that you then became? Versus if you would have been in Gary, Indiana, and the difference that Southeast does have from that. How do you think that affected who you became and who the artist that you are?
I appreciate that question, DeAndre.
Dope question. Good question.
I feel like DC, compare, seeing the murderings and all of these things going on in Southeast. My pops used to tell me stories like, look, man, there's ghost town out there. Like, we're talking real bodies. Be out there. You don't want to be around where the energy isn't wanted.
No doubt.
So,
okay.
A lot of the times you gotta kind of leave to rebuild. You gotta kind of forget all the old traumas and stuff.
That's a fact.
Almost like slavery in a sense. Like, don't forget. But sometimes that trauma holds us back from anger. Sometimes it's good to know your history and know why you at where you at. But sometimes, especially as black men, that trauma can hold us back a little bit longer than it should, and have us a little bit too more occupied. So just learning to count my blessings, because I know DC has a lot more, a lot more money coming through. It's been like that since the 70s.
No doubt.
And
no doubt. I want to talk to you a little bit about, like, what was some of the, being growing up here in the DC areas, a fellow Southeast native such as myself. Talk to me about, like, what was some of the, because we from an area where hip hop. I don't know how old you are, but I know we're around the same age, and we from an era where, and DeAndre know what I'm talking about, because she getting up there too. She around. I ain't go, she up there too. Her, but hip hop has never been. Growing up here, hip hop wasn't like the dominant musical genre like a lot of people think. We've always had go-go, we had rhythm and blues. So, we kind of caught on to go-go a little. We kind of caught on to hip hop a little bit late. That was like some New York shit. Like, a lot of people, if you old enough, I'm 40, so I'm old enough to remember those days. So being, growing up here, man, in an area where hip hop wasn't the dominant musical genre, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, what really got you into the, to go to hip hop like that, man? And what was some of the earliest influences from, artists to, to producers?
Oh man, I can. It's funny just listening to it, because you spot on. I graduated from Ballou. I went to Anacostia, and I used to go down Good Hope Road too. My man father used to own DDTP.
Come on, man, Ballou Nights, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He used to own DDTP. He was like the first clothing designer.
Of course.
First clothing designers in the area.
During that was during the Unifest era.
Yeah.
Excuse me, my shoulder's a little bad, so
It's all good.
Right. But the Unifest was crazy, you know what I'm saying? Reverend Willie, you know what I'm saying? Used to have that thing popping.
Yes, sir.
For the community. And
yes, sir.
Play their part, but just coming up here knowing I was like one of the few people who I had to come to school and never come off like some rap dude. I learned not to come off like a rap dude. Just be regular, because my peoples was playing Anita Baker and all type of music.
Frankie Beverly and Maze.
Frankie Beverly. Stylistic, everything.
Yeah.
And go, you know, they're not from that side. Growing up here, it was like, it seeped in my system early. I understood it, you know, so by the time, you know, I'm in high school, I'm in still drum bands at the Boys and Girls Club, number 14, you know what I'm saying? Like, just being a part of the community, I think that's what gave me more of that feeling, you know what I'm saying? Actually being a part of things.
No doubt.
Sitting there looking out my window, you know?
No doubt. Nah, that's like I said, man, I always like to talk about that when I'm talking to fellow you know, DC artists, man, because I feel like a lot of, you know, people that's outside from the area, you know, outside the area, they don't know that. They think that we've always been, you know, we've always had guys like Wale and, you know, the No Savages, and, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like that. Like, we had Section 8 Mob, we had DC Scorpio.
Come on now.
And then we had the R&B singers.
R&B artists.
Yeah, we had all the R&B from Chuck Brown and the Marvin Gaye, and we got legends out of here.
I knew hip hop songs because the go-go bands played them.
Right.
I didn't know that they were
actual songs.
Rap songs. I thought the go-go bands made the songs, and then later in life, I'm like, oh.
Me too.
they sampled that.
Yeah, nah, you ain't the only one. You are not the only one. Like, I remember hearing Joy and Pain. I remember Essence, which is my favorite go-go band of all time, doing Joy and Pain, and they didn't really do a lot of covers. They was one of the bands that didn't do a lot of covers, but I remember them doing Joy. And I didn't know that was Frankie Beverly and Maze. You know what I'm saying? I had no idea. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I thought Frankie Beverly and Maze was actually from DC. But that's a whole nother story, because they were so big here.
Bro, I thought they was from DC too, man. Goodness gracious. Like, why does it sound like it didn't make no sense why we love this group so much here? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was certain, like you said, man, you know, certain artists, man, we just, you know, there was just an attachment, you know. Anita Baker, like you said, Marvin Gaye, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I want to go, I want to switch gears for a second. I want to ask you, like, you know, now, you know, I got introduced to you through, you know, Uptown XO, you know, through the project Color de Grey. Am I pronouncing that right? Color de Grey.
Color de Grey.
There we go. Color de Grey. That was 2013. That's the first time I've heard of you. And, you know, so talk about, like, how did y'all meet and how did you guys come together on that project? Because in my eyes, man, that was, you know, that was like the breakout project for Uptown XO. I know he'd been around prior to that, but when he put out that one right there, that was the one that really caught my eye. But when I seen the credits, I was like, wow, he got a producer. This dude has produced every track on here, and it's so layered, it's so lush, very soulful. And I'm like, man, this project is today, in my opinion, it's a classic, man. So talk about a little bit. How did you end up connecting with Uptown XO, man, and putting out Color de Grey?
Oh yeah, I ended up connecting with the young brother XO because he, you know, he was on the same mission as me, on the same direction. Like, we going in the same direction. So you might as well hop in the ride, bro, because you know we're gonna have to get along too, because we're going in the same direction. It don't make no sense.
Oh man.
To just even dilute from the plan. So we did one project, but after this time, you know, I was going through my Studio 43 woes, and not any business, but just like trying to figure out where I fit in, because it's time to change. Right. Change is good.
No doubt.
I was trying to figure out where my next checks was coming from and what I'm gonna do with the rest of my career, you know. And XO was somebody who, you know, when I was probably about to get in the streets, I'm not even no dude that's doing all these things, but when I was about to jump in the streets full-heartedly, you know, I had people like him who just helped me lock back in, you know what I'm saying? Help me, and just not even streets, just help me protect my life a little better. Help me see it, be somebody a little older. Say, hey, let's keep working. So ever since then, you know, I always wanted to work with an artist who just could spit Like,
Right.
I was always intrigued by the way lyrics used to hit, but like my favorite project was probably at the time in high school. I used to like, I met XO in 08, but when I was in high school, I remember this Trade Winds joint came out, Backyard from the Trade.
That's right.
That, I think that
Taking
right
it
there,
back.
yeah, that right there changed my life. You know what I'm saying? My man was from the farms, and the way he was into these instruments was like, man, he showed me the magic, bro. And
No doubt.
I carried that out. So when me and XO worked, we got this understanding of hip hop, but we also had an understanding of the DC history, the reality of it. You know what I'm saying?
doubt.
And we still respect it. We still them same people that's at the Go-Go's, like them our folks.
No doubt.
But we just end up taking a liking into this hip hop thing because that's a talent, you know what I'm saying? And that's what we're going to utilize.
What made you decide to, like, go that path? You know what I'm saying? Because again, this you talk about 06, 07, DC, we still didn't really take off when it came to hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, what made you decide to go this direction? And when did you realize, like, man, you know what? I'm pretty good at this shit, man. This is something that, I see myself doing long term. When did you decide that, you take it seriously now?
Yeah, I got an older brother too. Both of them cancers, man. They, XO cancer, my brother cancer. It was funny how that works, but I was probably in the 11th, 12th grade, and I think after I met Kanye West, my friend who signed Zoe's son, DDTP, signed to Jab Records, and we just was up there. I got a chance to meet Consequence, John Legend, all these people. So I came back, and my brother was just like, bruh, music your calling, man. Like, music your calling. But I don't think if my brother was there, I would have that much confidence to even jump in it. So that's why you need them big bros. That's why you need that voice. Like, you need people around you to encourage you. I don't care who it is, but you need a voice that's around you. If ain't nobody around you encouraging you, you ain't gonna feel good about what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it come down to. So thank God for good people. Thank God for your brothers, and just people want to see you shine. You know what I'm saying? People who rock with you. That's what it's about. Ever since my career started, people like you know what I'm saying, been very few people, but I will say the people who come around like yourselves and listen to me, man. It's like, it means a lot, bro, because it's appreciation. It raises my value, vice versa. So
no doubt, hell yeah,
that's what it's about.
Yeah. So I want to talk about like some of the memorable songs on that project, man. I want to stay here for a second because again, I love this project, man. It stays in my rotation, and I'm not about to go through every single song and album, but I gotta talk about Khalil De Grey, especially that A Reflection Eternal. You know what I'm saying? With the homie Doe, who I interviewed like last year. You got If I Should Die and the Joint Evolution, which got one of my favorite verses by you. So with all that being said, man, what's some of your favorite songs off that project, man?
One of my favorite songs off Khalil De Grey would be Exoskeleton. Khalil De Grey. That was one of my favorite songs. I don't know why. I was in a mode where, to be honest, I think I scratched the surface with the first two projects. But this project was really when I dove into like the essence of it. You know what I'm saying?
Talk about it.
Yeah, like I didn't just settle for the popular sound and try to merge it. I was like, yo, I don't care who like this. This I'm gonna make this raw, and we, I'm gonna stick to the elements. So I feel like I went deeper than the surface on this project.
No doubt, because I feel like hip hop was going through a certain change, especially around 2013, man. Because you notice, like, in hip hop, I mean, you could say in music too, but the sounds of music change like every 5 years, man. And I feel like, when you dropped that project, man, it was one of those projects that was like on the cusp of something that's about to be so much more different than what we have been accustomed to hearing, man. So I feel like you know, in my opinion, I feel like you was one of those brothers, man, that was on the cusp, that was at the forefront, so to speak, man. So, you know, again, in my eyes, that project's a classic, man. Still listen to it to this day, man. Thank you, man.
I really appreciate that. We did a lot of those songs back to back, so that's how EXO liked to work. You know, he's very prone to recording.
Yeah.
So it doesn't take long for us to really put things together.
No doubt. No doubt.
One of my other favorite songs was probably the joint with Doe and Benji. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Doe a rapping ass dude right there.
Yeah, Doe is a very dope individual.
Doe is super dope. That's the homie. That's the homie, man.
And he holding up strong, so.
Yeah. Salute the Doe, man. Real quick, I want to ask you, you know, like, what do you enjoy more? You know, because again, I had no idea, man, when I first, you know, heard of you, man, I had no idea that you can actually spit. And you not just, you know, you not one of these guys that casually does this shit, like, you know what I'm saying, going by your latest project, what we about to go into a little bit later, like you really do this shit, man. So with all that being said, man, what do you enjoy more? You enjoy rapping more? You enjoy producing more? Because, you know, you got a lot of guys that do both, but ain't nobody really dope. You don't have a lot of guys that's really dope at both. And I can add you in that category, man. You showed your ass off on this latest project. We're about to talk about it a little later, man. So
thank you.
Again, man, talk about what you enjoy more.
Well, I appreciate, man, all the love, man. I really do. It's like I enjoy producing probably the most, just because I know without the beat, I know I'm not going to be able to even conjure up the words the way you hear them. So, you know, the beat is definitely important to me, but I like making the beat, but I guess once I'm done, I don't have time to really write nothing. Right. So I'm kind of like according. I'm not recording. I'm according. I'm doing what's, you know, according to whatever's going on at the moment. Recording is when you write it down and you spit it. Right. So that's what I've been doing. I accord a lot, and I just have fun doing it kind of all in unison. So, damn, this needs some harmonies, or my man needs some harmonies on this beat. I'm going to send them harmonies and send them back, you know, but just depends. I'm just a producer first. I will call myself that.
No doubt. So are you one of those, you know, like you have a lot of guys, man, that I would classify in two categories. And this is by no means a knock on said artists, but you know, you got some guys that are producers and you got some guys that are beat makers.
Yeah.
And you know, there's not no indictment on any guy that is one or the other, but what would you classify yourself, a producer or a beat maker?
Well, yeah, I knew I was a producer since I was about 19, you know, because I got an opportunity. I don't know if you heard of the website Baller Alert.
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah, so
hold up. Do they still have DeAndre? They still have Baller Alert?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
See, you had to ask a female, man. Cause that's more than their vibe.
Look, I had to get my coin off that jump because my folks was using a song that I did with Lil Mo for 2 straight years. Okay. And I had to figure out who was using it, but I did the original music that Lil Mo was on. The first, you know, production intro for that site. So. Yeah, just being a part of that and knowing, you know.
Now hold on, let me stop you for a second before I'll let me interject. I hate to cut my guests off. You telling me so they were using some of your music, you know, without your permission? Is that what you're telling me?
Well, once I found out, I had to take some other action.
Okay.
I had to take some other action. Everything was cool, you know. People are family, but sometimes, you know. You gotta keep an eye on everything because, like you said, I'm a man. I don't look at Ball Alert, but guess what? I was in that same mindset too. And your music could be right on that site, and you wouldn't even know. But trust me, keep your eyes open. And
how did you find out?
Say that again.
How did you find out again?
Well, I found out really from not really so much anybody telling me. I stumbled across, and I had to call my lawyer, and I had to really you know, work some things out. So that's a business, things that go on in the business, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no
that
doubt.
you got to deal with. Couple kinks. People will play. You just gotta take nothing personal, you know?
Yeah, no doubt. Part of the, you know, part of the game, man. So you kind of jumped to, you know, a couple of questions that I wanted to ask you, man. But I want to go into a little bit deeper, man, when we talk about this creative process, man. Like when you crafting beats, do you make beats for like a particular said artist, or you know, you just going with whatever, you know, you just going by whatever you feel, you know what I'm saying? Because I know certain artists, man, you know, a lot of producers, man, you guys have excuse me. Yeah, a lot of you got kind of went out. Yeah, a lot of guys have you know, you guys have different methods of producing style. So, you know, when you know, what's the creative process like when it comes to producing for Aleem Bilal?
Oh yeah, so we're gonna, if I sample, I'm gonna make sure I'm not just sampling the sample.
Right.
Like it's like a bird only fly when it need to fly. So I'm only doing what I need to do and not doing extra, you know. I like all type of music. So, you know, I got a lot of beats with go-go, but I got different style go-go beats, like beats that I feel like go-go hasn't heard, old school pockets with new school sounds. Like I'm still mixing it up. I'm still brewing up a vaccine, you know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Yeah.
Hold up. You use the term vaccine, man. Might have to edit it. You about to get me flagged, man, on YouTube, man.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, that vax talk is serious, man.
Yeah, man. They be trying to flag people when you get to talk about the whole conspiracies and all that. I'm not saying that with you. That's what you were doing.
It could have went down that direction.
Yeah, because I can get to talk about that, but.
Oh yeah. Look, we're gonna say that for another time. Look, trust me. I'm on a who sat by the door with it, man.
Yeah, man. That's a whole nother conversation, man. So yeah, finish talk about that. About that creative process, man.
Yeah, man. So that's what it's about, man. Brewing it up, conjuring up the energy. So, you know, whatever you do, I feel like when it comes to this music, you gotta share your goodness with people, man, and try to put as much good in, you know, the message. But the thing is, you gotta acquire the negative with the positive, because it's like a battery don't even run without the negative and positive. You know what I'm saying? You can't even power up without that. So
that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, you just want to be conditioned for some of the negative that you gotta acquire. But ultimately, as I'm getting older, you know, I ain't gonna say I made all the best music when I was younger, but as I get older, I got a more conscious effort into who I'm speaking to and who I'm affecting. You know what I'm saying? I don't got no kids, but eventually I'm like, damn, you know, I want them to look back and actually be proud and see a man, somebody mature, somebody who left something behind in a way that they can actually eat off of and live good off of, you know?
Okay, no doubt. Yeah. Now you know, I think it was either last year or the year, maybe last year or the year before, but you dropped, Ulu Part 2. Elu, my bad.
Logo,
Elu Part 2 with Uptown XO. Now, what made you want to link up with XO again, man? And talk about y'all chemistry, man, because in my opinion, when you guys come together, man, shit is like magic.
Oh yeah, I mean.
So talk about XO as an artist, man, and you know why you enjoy working with that brother so much, man.
Well, to be honest, I would say, for one, Elu Volume 2 came out in 2016, but I'm glad you checked it out because I had to re-release it. I think this is the time a lot of artists were re-releasing music, older music.
Right.
And it's like, if you didn't get a chance to really hear it, this is the best time to re-release it, you know?
Okay. So I was late to it because I heard it back in.
That's a great thing.
I heard it 2019 when I got hit to it.
Right, that's a great thing though, because everybody ain't supposed to hear everything at every time. Or we wasn't doing our job back then. I could say that, you know. So I'm glad you heard it, but yeah. Can you hear me, Malak?
I think he might have froze up for a second.
Yeah. Good man.
Yeah. I don't know if you want to keep going.
Yeah, I remember he asked me a question, but I just want to make sure I'm saying it right. Maybe he might want to log out. I might want to leave and come back.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that too.
Okay.
All right.
Good man.
Yeah, my bad, man. My battery. I had my laptop.
Oh, yeah.
Had my laptop on. I did not have my damn charger charged up. You know what I'm saying? So hey, we rocking and rolling. Again, glad this is pre-recorded because ain't nobody gonna see any of this shit right here.
Yeah.
All this shit gonna be got another hefty editing job coming up. You know what I'm saying?
Hey. More work.
Yeah, it is what it is. So look, now I want to
okay, right?
My bad, dog.
Yeah, nah, it's all good. So again, man, you know, where did I leave off, man? I was talking about, you know, you linking up with you linking up with XO, man. You know, what do you enjoy most about working with that brother? And, you know, because it seemed like there's a lot of you guys have good chemistry when you guys work together.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pure prime example of when you keep the Most High close, like that's our source. Who y'all connected to? Oh shoot, we connected to the same source. So
no doubt.
A lot of times he could be over here and I could be over there, but every time we come together, you know, we're gonna be on the same page. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt. Nah. XO the homie, man. That's a solid dude. Like he's one of them dudes, man, that he can rap his ass off, but he humble as hell. You know what I'm saying? And he don't have to be.
Humble as hell, but
he humble, real humble. He's not like, you know, because I've met like probably over 100 rappers, man, and you know how a lot of these rapper niggas can be, man. They can be on some real. Oh yeah, I won't say it.
See, that'll help you find yourself. That'll help you find the spaces that you fit in with everybody ain't on. You know, you kind of form your own identity once you be in it long enough to see how many people do this and how many people personality is formed in this way because they're a rapper and you know, it's just
D'Angelo probably you probably listen to the artist and you see this guy, you see this female. I don't think a lot of people understand how these rappers can be, how some of these artists can be. I'm telling you, some of them are assholes. I'm gonna come out and just say it.
I can imagine for sure.
Yeah, some of them, like, you know, and you know the crazy thing about it, you know, it'd be a lot of them that have half the talent that the guys like XO have. Right. Half the talent, but twice the ego.
There you go.
And I always, you know, I don't have no problem with you having an ego when it comes to your art. If you can name back what you do with, you know, with something with results, I'm all for it. But every now and then, man, you know, I don't want to stay on something like that too long, man. But every now and then, man, I run into one of these weirdos, man, that you just got.
Trust
I'm
me,
like,
debris,
man,
bro. It's a debris buildup when it comes to that. You know, me being a production artist, just working with many different artists. I've dealt with many personalities, and
don't say no names. Don't say
it's not even important. It's not important.
You gotta keep it
names
moving.
aren't important.
That's a fact.
How you react after all of that, you know?
Nah. I just brought that up, man, because I one thing about, like I said, about XO, man, he's one of my favorite rappers out of the area, but he's also one of my favorite people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Good, solid dude, man. Good, solid dude.
Yeah, XO is a solid dude, and I think that's something, like, he's about 3 years older than me, you know what I'm saying? So he's been like a big brother in a sense where,
God damn.
Yeah, a lot of people don't even know that.
Hold up, man. So if I'm 3 years older than him.
Then
No, hold on. I'm 4 years older than him. Damn, y'all make me feel old as hell, man.
Hey, look, but see, I come from that side where you had to kind of grow up quick. You had
South side, man. You can't, you know what I'm saying? You gotta, we had to grow up fast on this side, man.
Yeah, but I still had a childhood, thank God. Thank God.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you gotta grow up fast. You gotta grow up fast. So just seeing how my brother was, my man XO came up in the city. I'm talking about, we done been to clubs together. We done had to fight together. We done been through a lot. So, you know, they wonder why we so close. You like, man, they be fighting. That's the funny thing. Like, we done been through it all together.
I wanted to get him in on this interview. I said, nah, you know what, man? I'm gonna get y'all next time, man. You know, I guess whenever you guys decide to drop a project together. I don't know when that is. I'm hoping I'm not letting the cat out the bag.
We working on Volume 3 right now.
Oh shit! Here we go. I spoke too soon.
Right now. We got Mickey Fax on the album, so that's dope.
Hey, you know I already interviewed Mickey Fax.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I'm gonna bring up him later because I got a bone to pick with Mickey, man.
Okay.
Mickey and Lupe, man. But
oh yeah.
So look, speaking of Mickey Fax, man, you know, who are some of the artists that you listening to now, man? And you know, locally and you know, abroad.
Okay, yeah. You might locally, I'm gonna start locally. You might catch me listening to JG Riff, you know what I'm saying?
That's the homie. He's
dope. I like him. And I'm naming some of these youngest first because we gotta start you know, showing the youngest love.
Nah, we about to go into that. That's about to segue into a really good conversation.
Yeah. I like seeing them come up, you know what I'm saying?
Same here.
Happy, and I like, you know, I done got me some check out of this. So anybody that's shining and doing their thing, you know, it's your time, man.
Who artists you want to work with?
Yeah, I want to work with in this area or outside?
Yeah, from the DC area.
Oh, from the DC area. I still want to work with who haven't I worked with? And this is a good
don't get nobody upset, man. Don't have nobody calling me out.
No. I got souls to JG.
Damn, man, you ain't want to work with me, damn, man. Like,
exactly. Nah, if I miss your name, trust me, you know.
Charge it to my heart, not my, you know.
Nah,
charge it to my head. Charge it to my head. Yeah, not my heart.
Exactly.
Yeah,
nah, I used to teach light shows, little brother. I used to be a teacher in school, and summer school. I used to do a little bit of substitute.
Light show OG now.
Light show OG.
Yeah, OG.
I would like to do a record with Light Show. I would like to do a record with him, and I'm not saying that it can't be done, but it's crazy. Certain people I work with.
Southside too. Another Southside.
I got songs with I Am Northeast. I got a lot of songs with people you probably wouldn't even think would come out.
Nah, bro. I'm nah. After looking at you, after looking at this last project, I'm not surprised of anything that you do, brother.
Yeah, unreleased songs with Jay Holiday. Like, it's real, you know. It's real. So, I still want to work with. Like, I'm listening to people outside the area, like Bodie James from Detroit. You know what I'm saying?
That joint he did with Alchemist, man, is
both of them, like all three of them.
Yeah,
you know, Price of China to
yes, sir. The
Bo Tape to Bo Jackson.
Yeah. Like, that Bo Jackson, that's the latest one. The Bo Jackson.
Come on now, and
that's my favorite. That's my favorite producer No disrespect to anybody, but man,
that's my favorite.
That is my favorite producer of all time, man. The Alchemist, man.
I'm gonna say
my favorite
right
hip hop producer. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's so many great producers, bro.
It is.
Alchemist for you to kind of like you're surviving a new wave. Like I love seeing that. You know, you could be in your 40s and your 50s.
Talk about it.
But at the end of the day, when you understand the algorithms, you understand sound and what you're really putting into it, it don't matter. Your age don't really matter.
It doesn't.
You know what I'm saying? You're young forever. You're bringing something like magic that a lot of people don't understand. So that's what I like about Jay-Z too still. You know what I'm saying? Like I could tell he's 50, but he still could talk to me and it won't be like completely off. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So this is what I like to hear. I like to just see people who are in alignment, and you're not too old and you're not too young-minded. Like you.
It's music, man. At the end of the day, it's
also being true to yourself and knowing what sounds good to you and what the sound that you want to make and being authentic.
There you go.
Exactly.
I agree, DeAndre. I agree. I totally agree. So that about to, like I said, man, that's about to segue into a conversation that I definitely want to hear both of you guys take on this one right here. With you being my, featured guest and Deandra being my co-host for the day. So, you just mentioned about the young guys, the guys like the light shows. I remember when I first met you, I got an opportunity to meet the brother, the hottest, in my opinion, the hottest youngin' in the city right now, No Savage.
Oh yeah.
When it come to the youngins.
Funny thing is,
that's my niece's favorite rapper, by the way.
Yeah.
Hold on, say it again, Deandra.
That's my niece's favorite rapper.
Hey, I got a chance to meet the youngin' man again from the crib, from the south side. And good dude, man. I love what he got going on. I know I'm 40, but I love what the youngins are doing, man. I don't hate on it, man. I don't hate on it. And so talk about that a little bit, man. I want to, I'm gonna let you guys talk about it, and then I'm gonna give my little take or whatever. But you got a lot of the youngins out here, and in the city got their own movements, and then you got the young guys and guys that signed to major deals on the radio or whatever. And these guys have came around and carved out their own niche in the genre. They have fell into their own lanes, and they doing their thing, man. So just talk about that a little bit, man, as far as like what you think about the youngins, man, that's out here, putting it down, man, and creating their own legacies.
Oh man, yeah, definitely. They doing their thing. And it's funny, I met No Savage probably last week. I met No Savage.
Hold on, time out. Cause the day I met you, that's when I met him.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, because his man who stayed, across the street.
Yeah.
I met both of them.
Big dog. We know about him. I took his manager to see Nipsey Hussle with me years ago in the studio session. We was all with Nipsey. He told Nipsey Hussle, Shalulu woo woo. That mean everything. So, we got real stories, man, and teaching, showing him things like that early. Now he's able to see how things run. And like we was running New York back in the day. So now we did those things just so the youngins could have a better bed to sleep in. You know what I'm saying?
I love that. I love that, man.
You got to put in that groundwork, and you never know what it's for. But trust me, it's for the next people to come up. So just meeting him, and I'm working with his cousin on a project. So No Savage is gonna come through, my spot, and we're gonna really put some things together. So
I'm looking forward to that, brother. I'm really looking. Salute to No Savage. I got a chance to chop it up with the brother for about 3 or 4 minutes, man. And stand up young boy, man.
Like that.
Same here. Hungry, man.
Up to you. Give you the
solid.
Yeah,
man. And I wish nothing but the best from him, man. Like I do everybody that come out of my city, man. So what you think about that, Deandra, about the young generation? Because we getting up there. We're a little older. We ain't.
I'm in the.
You in your 20s, ain't you? You in your 20s, then.
I'm a little bit on the upper side, but I do think that as long they have like you said, they have their own niche, their own lane that they're making, and I think that we have to respect that and not compare it to the music that we came up on, because fun times are different. Music is going to reflect the reality, And if the reality is changing, so is the music. So we have to know that things are going to adapt. And listen with your heart, listen with your ears, not with your mind all the time. Because sometimes in your mind, you have it already made up of what you want to hear. If you let that go, you can actually hear what these kids are saying, and they make a good music. You know, you can't be the old lady or the old man in the room like, I don't want to hear that.
They ain't saying nothing.
Parents.
Right. Yeah.
But you know the crazy thing, you know the funny thing, you know, I'm 40 years old now. And what I've noticed being around, you know, the hip hop genre for well over 30 plus years or whatever, I noticed, you know, you have different generations, you know, every 10 years, 5 years, man, you have new guys that come and another wave of artists come. So you gotta you know, what I've noticed that one generation always ushers in another generation. The days of, you're not going to always have this one artist and your favorite artist is not going to be on top forever. Tupac, Biggie, they not walking through the door anytime soon. Scarface is not about to drop an album. And
Miles and Jay still making music, but they ain't number one, you know.
Right. But they don't have to. They already carved out their legacy. And I say that to say this. The thing I love about music today, why in my opinion, I personally feel we are in a golden era because we are in the golden era because not only do you have artists being able to create their own lane, carve out their own legacies independently, such as yourself and your constituents, but you also got the young kids, you know, that's on the majors. So it's a plethora. It's a plethora of great music. It's never, there's, you know, like I'm gonna admit, the No Savages, the Light Shows, the Roddy Riches, and all those guys. Yeah, that music is really not good for somebody my age, but that's okay.
That's okay.
I accept that. I'm 40. I've accepted that. But you know what? There's artists that make music for people like the guys that I love. The Ransoms, the Mickey Facts, the Royce the 5'9", the J. Coles, the West Side Guns, the Bennies, you know what I'm saying? There's so much I can't even keep up with it. So I say all that to say this: let the young kids rock, let the little babies, the babies, let them rock, man. Because in 10 years, they gonna be the OGs. There's gonna be another artist that's gonna replace them. Like to my children, I got a 10-year-old daughter. 7-year-old son. In 10 years, my kids, they all gonna be old to my children. Yeah. They gonna be old. So you know what I'm saying? Like, wow. Yeah. So exactly. And Deandra is my cousin, my first cousin's wife. So that's you know, they have a family. Yeah, that's family. She has a 2-year-old, right?
Yeah, she'll be 3 next month.
She'll be 3 next month. So you know when she get older, little baby he gonna have gray in his goatee like me.
Right. But
she gonna be like
she listen to music we listen to now.
Yeah. Your daughter gonna be like, you know what I'm saying, Roddy Rich.
Right.
Like we don't listen. Who that?
Roddy Rich.
Mommy.
Rich.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful or nothing like that today. But all I'm saying is that everybody has. It's a cycle. Everybody has their moment. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has their moment. But what I do feel is very important. And I would love to hear what you think about this, AB. You know what I'm saying? Do you feel that a lot of the young artists? Do you feel that they have respect for the guys that came before them? Do you feel that they actually respect the culture? Because, you know, your brother, you know, 6-7 years younger than myself. But one thing I love about you, I see a genuine and a sincere love of the culture. You have a knowledge and history of the culture, man. Whereas I'm gonna be honest, I really thought me and you were around the same age. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when I talk to you, man, you know, it just sounds like you love you in this thing. It's sincere. It's not something that you're just doing for a bag. So, you know, do you feel like a lot of the young cats, man, do you feel like they have a love for the culture? Do you feel that they should be knowledgeable about the guys that came before them? And then, and if not, you know, what do you think we as the elders, the older generation, what can we do to kind of like bridge that gap? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, just I feel like the youngins should continue to pay homage in the best way they can.
Right.
You know, you don't owe an individual that, you just owe the older generation
Culture.
Put the culture, the older generation from the culture.
Right.
You owe them a thank you. You know,
that's it.
Just an out loud thank you for putting in that groundwork, paving the way. You know what I'm saying? Like actually making it safer on some of these blocks. A lot of people had to die just so you can rap. Like, it's that serious.
It is.
It's that serious. So, and then I feel like, you know, just making sure these youngins, they need closure. You know, they need a little bit more closure on identity. Like, you know, a lot of them is like, is this good enough? They trying to impress us a lot more times than that, you know.
You think so?
I ain't gonna say to the point where they want to get our attention, but it's like, I want to be big dog status, you know what I'm saying? And I guess when you get a bag when you young, like me, I made like over 100,000 when I was 21. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Jesus Christ.
I made some investments. I helped my family out, but once you make a goal to get money, you keep getting money, but it's like, and then what? You know?
Exactly.
What's your spirit like? What's your spirit going to do? You know? How you helping yourself out in that way? Because that's the main thing. Like, money ain't going. You can't buy character. Like, you gotta actually sit there and
integrity,
listen to people, and actually
do the work.
Care. You gotta care. That's the main thing. You gotta care. So, like you said, I care about the culture, but I had to learn how to care more. You know what I'm saying? Because once you get, you know, it's like 48 laws of power. You hit that target.
Exactly.
And then if you don't set new goals, you can't score. So you're just gonna be stagnant.
You just stay there. Yeah. Content.
Yeah. There you go. So that's what it's about, man. You know, learning, getting better with it.
Yeah.
Showing love to these youngins.
One thing I noticed, man, you know, with a lot of the younger artists, man, I noticed, man, you gotta let them live, man. Let the young kids live, man. Like, you know, I noticed, like, people of my generation, they so hard on these kids, and they try to make it seem like the music of our generation was just so righteous. And I'm just like, it was art. You know, it wasn't, you know, we had a bunch of ignorant shit in our music as well, man. Like,
I was just listening to Parliament Funk. Man.
Now you going, that's before me. But I'm definitely knowledgeable. about that.
Yeah, I know you know about that, man. I'm about that funk, man. But hearing their lyrics, I'm like, wow, they drastic lyrics. It was raw and dangerous.
Jimmy's got a little bitch in him, and all.
There you
go. yo, you could not even have a song like that, man.
Some things not past 2021 that got through before.
Man, they had a joint called.
No, you couldn't get that on the radio. You couldn't get that on the album cut.
No, hell nah. They had a joint called No Head, No Backstage Pass. Yeah, that was Take It to the Stage, 1973. Yeah.
Oh man,
they was going. George Clinton was a wild dude, man. He's wild.
A lot of them was wild back then.
Ohio players and all them guys, man. So I'm not even, you know what I'm saying. So I just say this, man. Like, I just feel like, man, as an elder, you know what I'm saying, statesman, you know, as an OG in the culture now, man. I feel like, man. Yeah, man. I feel like, man, just let I've seen so much in my life, man, especially when it comes to this music shit. I've seen so many guys fizzle out, so many guys flame out, man. But I also seen a lot of great artists, man. I was able to witness, Tupac in person. I got a chance to see New Edition in person. And what I've learned, man, you know, I just feel like, man, just let these artists, man, grow. You know what I'm saying? We were 21 at one time. And you know, we didn't want nobody, you know, I understand, you know, you try to, you know, help somebody, but it's a difference between helping somebody and just condemning them for just want to express their art. So I think us as the older generation, man, especially my generation, I think we need to ease up off the youngins, man. As long as you're not out here hurting people, you know what I'm saying? Doing crazy shit like that, man. Let these young kids live, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you live, man, and it ain't even up to me because I don't possess nobody like, but when it comes to it, let these youngins live. You know, Jay-Z was screaming that when he was young. Can I live?
Yeah, exactly.
Can I live? You know,
man, we too old, man. Like me, I'm too old to be worrying about what a 19, 20-year-old is doing. Like, I got 2 kids, a career, you know what I'm saying, a fiance. Like, man, find something to do. Investments.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
if you don't like it, don't listen.
I got so much shit going on. If you don't like it, exactly, D'Angelo. If you don't like it, find something that you like. There's shit that you like. If you don't like nothing, go back to whatever that you like. But this is one of the biggest gripes that I have with the older generation. And I know a lot of them probably, you know, whoever's watching, they like, oh, they want to, you know, they probably looking like I'm caping for the youngest, but I'm just being 100. I'm just keeping it 100. I'm keeping it a stack.
You got to, man. And it means a lot more than them than you think, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like just to be okay. It's almost like, you know, you get a lot of these youngins acting out because they're not being heard. You know what I'm saying? You got them cutting up on the tracks because they think you're not going to listen. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of that going on. And, you know, all of this is a cry out for attention, help. And the more we, you know, I seen this video, this dude stole from his cousin. And his cousin said, man, come here, get my coat. He was about to beat him up. Nah. Then he said, you know what, this is what I'm going to do. He gave his cousin a hug. He said, this is what we do. We family, man. We don't steal from each other.
Right, yeah.
We don't hurt each other. We don't do that to each other, bro. Give me a hug. Go about your business. But it's almost like we got to do that with a lot of these youngins.
Nah, that's a fact. I agree with that 1,000%. I live out here in Fort Washington. And, you know, pretty, you know, middle-class neighborhood or whatever. But I remember maybe about, I don't know, maybe a month ago with some young kids, you know, that wasn't from the area, were just sitting on my car. And I was, you know what I'm saying, the old Malak, you know what I'm saying, from back in the day was about to just explode on him, but I went at the youngest man with respect. And I told him, I asked them, you know what I'm saying, like I said, how old are y'all? Like, you know, I came with him as an OG, but with respect. I let him know I'm not trying to son y'all, but this is my vehicle. You know what I'm saying? In this neighborhood, we look after one another. So if you from this neighborhood and something happened to a vehicle or any property of yours, I'm not going, if I see somebody doing something to anything that belongs to you in my neighborhood, I'm not going to allow that happen. I'm not going to allow that happen on my watch. So I appreciate if you respect my property like I respect yours. And it was maybe about 6 of them. And man, all of them just stood and just listened. None of them was bucking at me or like, man, fuck you, old nigga, or talking crazy. None of them, like, they stood and I got the youngest respect. I told him, man, look, I ain't trying to, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to sun you out or nothing like that, but this is my vehicle. And it's all about respect, man. I respect you as young men. And I feel like we as young men, you know what I'm saying, elders, man, we just it's a way that we should just approach the youngest man and you know, it's a method, you know what I'm saying, where I feel like we can reach back, but we can't come at the youngest, man, as if like they just nothing, like they don't.
Yeah, we can't go full blast.
You gotta give them a chance to be positive, to react positively. Don't go at them already expecting something negative. You go at them with something positive and give them a chance to react positively. A lot of times you're gonna get that. But if you go at them expecting them to be negative and giving them that negative energy, you expect to get back from them.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Because that situation could have easily went left.
There you go.
That situation, I could have came out there, man. What the F y'all doing on my, you know what I'm saying? And you know, these young black men, they ain't gonna just let you talk to them anyway. But the way I talked to them, man, like they literally, it was like 6 of them, bro. I was surprised, man. I had my kids across the street. They was just looking because I wanted to show them something. I wanted to teach them, like, this is how you address a situation. And the young men stood there, man, hopped off the car. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. And these kids was between 15 and maybe 18 years old, man.
That's all. Because they know, look, it ain't that tight. They even noticing we have to stick together, man. Yeah. We have to stick together. All that extra, we don't even got enough space to be doing that. You know what I'm saying? No doubt. Like we so many years behind. Like any way we could stop the stigma and the generational curses, we all got a job to do. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? So
that's a fact.
I feel what you're saying, and when they see a man that's poised such as yourself, they not gonna turn their head. They gonna respect it because eventually they want to be in your shoes. You know what I'm saying?
Now, that's a fact.
Alive with a family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, that's a great way to put it, man. That's a great way to put it. Well, look, I want to switch gears for a second, man. I want to talk about, like, what's describe your music, man, because again, I'm a huge fan of what you do, man. I feel that you have a very intricate and a unique sound. But describe your music to those who may be unfamiliar. What would you, I'm not going to say just narrow it down to 3 words or anything like that, but just describe it to people who may not be familiar.
Okay, yeah. So I got about 10 more minutes, by the way. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Okay. Man, my music is like, it's like everything, man. I'm the Shang Tsung of DC, bro. Yeah. Like, if you play Mortal Kombat, he used to snatch everybody's soul out their body. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I've worked with so many people that now what you're hearing is just a product of everybody that I've recorded with, everybody I've kind of interacted with. So my sound is like, damn, J. Cole, Kanye West / DC. Like, it's like I'm DC to the core, but I get what's going on outside of the area. You know what I'm saying? I see what's going on. So that's my sound. I got a very intricate, soulful, futuristic sound at the same time, Yep. It sounds like my generation.
What do you want to accomplish with your music in the next 5 to 10 years?
Good question.
Yes, I am working on creating I have Elu, which is a label, but now I'm opening it up. I just had an artist named Rod Don from the west side of Chicago. I'm gonna send you the link. He's pretty dope, and
he's on the last project. He's on that
he's on my project. He's on
Water with Love,
There you go. So pretty much this whole sound and everything that I'm doing is just about, like, it's about the influence that I've got when I was young, and I'm just putting it back into the world, Okay. That's where I'm at with it.
Okay. Talk about this new project, man. I want to get into this, man. You talk about the brother from Chicago, man. What's the name again? Rod
Don. It's Rod Don.
Rod Don, man. I know he's on your latest project, man. Let's talk about the inspiration for this latest project called Watered with Love. I listened to it a few times when it came out. Of course, I listened to it again before this interview, and I love it, man. I love it more. So on this project, man, you got Wes Felton, you got fellow DC natives, Wes Felton, you got Sniper B, of course you got the homie XO, but you also got cats like the brother Ox, man, from the BK.
Oh yeah, what you know about Ox?
Come on, man, stop it, bro. We gonna be here all night. Let's not do that. Let's not do that.
I love it, Balak, because
this what I do, man. This what I do.
Sure y'all in contact, right?
I follow him. He don't follow me, man. So Ox, stop playing, man. You need to follow me.
I'm gonna put that together. I'm gonna call
Please, thank you. That's huge fan of his music, man. So talk about that, man. How did you link up with him, and how did you go about, like, choosing features, man, for your project, man? Because again, I love this new project, man. I love the production, but I personally feel that you really stepped up when it comes to the rapping, man. I really feel like you found your voice, man, from delivery to tonality to just overall, man. So just talk about that a little bit.
Man, thank you.
No problem.
Just being a part of something bigger than myself is where the growth came at. Working with Ox got released from prison. I think he did like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, he did a little bit.
And so during COVID, he got out, and I was like ecstatic. I was like, look, man, no matter what I do, I'm putting everybody that's been on very talented artists and who's been rocking with me. It's more artists, but I got the ones I can get on here, that I made some of the best songs with. That's what I did. There's plenty of artists that I haven't worked with from this area. So I know for a fact that it's bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's bigger than me. But
shout out to Sniper B too, because I got an opportunity I hate to interject, but I got an opportunity to meet him the day I met you, the day I met No Savage. I met Sniper B that day too.
That's my
bro. What I'm saying? And my favorite song is that Freeform, man. That thing goes so damn hard, man.
We don't get it till we see it on the
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Celebrating my dysfunction like it's cool. Yeah, man.
That shit go hard. I love the flow. I love the melody, man. I love what he doing individually, man. But that Can You Imagine? You got the line every day we had to struggle. No the desk.
On the desk.
I like that line right there, man. So I love that the album from beginning to end, man. How do you feel about the reception, and what do you think overall after you been able to drop it? I seen you did an interview. I don't know how many interviews you did behind it, but from what I'm saying, the people that I know that listen to it, they love it. But what do you think about it overall?
I mean, overall, we just getting started. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just getting started. We haven't even really scraped the surface. And I would love to come out here and say, oh, I got it all together. Right. But this is the reason why I released the music, so I can actually be a part of learning something new and humbling myself to become better, versus just I know it all, I'm gonna be successful. Nah, I want to be a part of this journey. I want to learn from my mistakes, and I've learned from a lot of other people's mistakes. So just being a part of it. I got a project with Sniper B. Pretty much everybody that's on the project, I got a project with them that's coming out. EXO and Sniper B got a project coming out.
Yeah, I know. He talked to me about that.
So that's a great project that I produced on, and a lot of these things are just second nature for me, man. Like,
no doubt.
This is just in my nature. I love doing it, but I'm working on fashion shows. I'm working on brewing up a lot more other things and for other people. I got, like I said, an artist named Camila Jim. She's dope. Her album is coming out, The Transformation, and we use music as a form of therapy for ourselves and to help other people out. That's what we're using music for this time around. So you're gonna hear her talking about more meditation, balance. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna hear about all of that from her perspective and the things she's acquired. So we all need an outlet, but I'm just trying to create more platforms so we can all shine and leave something behind, A
lot of dope talent from out of this area, man. I be telling people all the time, man. I will put the talent in my city up against anybody, man. And I'm biased. I'm not gonna lie. I'm biased, but you know what I'm saying? I feel like when it comes to, rappers, producers, man, I think we can go toe to toe with anybody out here, man. You know what I'm saying? And I love the movement that we guys have. I think we should be a little bit more united, but in time, man, we'll see.
We gotta lock arms like this, man, like Captain Planet. You know what I'm saying? Put our hands in the pot, put all our power together, and really take over. But that's what it's about, dog. We all, each and every one of us, got some magic in us. We got something special, and it's like, how special you believe you are. If y'all believe y'all special, that's why I'm right here with y'all, man. Same frequency, y'all special, and y'all recognize that in other people. So it's definitely that's what we need. We need that, just that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I got one more question, and I want Deandra to get a question if she have want to ask something. But I also heard, I read that you work with the brother Raheem Devaughn, man. Talk about that a little bit, man.
Yeah,
what was that like?
Yeah, that was like, so when we talk about production, like I produced that album. I mean, not album, that song. It was called Toes Curl. Yeah, I did something for the ladies.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm trying to make your toes curl.
Man, so you dabble with the R&B as well.
Yeah,
man.
Sing. I could sing, man. I started out singing before I started rapping, and producing, to be honest. My older sister sings, so I wrote and produced a song for Raheem. He was feeling it. Me and Prince got the same birthday. The track sounds like a Prince track, so he understood the assignment. You know what I'm saying?
That's the homie. I interviewed him as well, man. Good brother, man. Good
brother.
Yeah. Nah. I had to bring that up before we get up out of here, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's you needed to hear that. Glad you heard that, man.
That toes curl, you know what I'm saying? So so look, I got one more, man. Like before we get up out of here, man, like you know what I'm saying? What is some of your interests, man? Like outside of the studio, man? What do you do to recharge, man? You know, when you want to get away from the studio, man. Because I know how you producers how you can be, man. You guys be locked in.
Once you learn how to clear your debris, you know, you get that debris build up of people.
Yeah.
And it's nobody's fault. It's up to you to. It's like people coming over your house and they leave and you saying, ain't nobody clean, nobody did it. It don't matter. Yeah. It's your house. You got to keep it clean. So when it comes to your energy, it don't matter about who did this and who did what. Just cleanse yourself. So I go out to the parks. I go out around family. I try to travel. I try to just do things that make me feel good. Let me get up and run. Let me get up and go to the grocery store, work out. Let me get up and do something that other than something for somebody other than myself. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like those type of things help me feel a lot better about what I do in the studio. You know,
we'll keep you grounded. What keeps you so grounded? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the Most High. I pray for not to be lazy, not to be in debt, and not to have anxiety. So I try to keep myself right, bro. And mentally, physically, and spiritually, that's the grounded. That's the balance, you know?
Yeah. No,
but it's easier said than done. I ain't gonna sit here and act like I got it together, but I'm working, and it feels good to be grounded.
For sure. I appreciate you, man.
I got one question.
Go ahead.
What is it that you want people to know about you that make you ask? What do you want them to know?
I want everybody to know that everybody ain't like you, and everybody ain't like us. Elu. I want them to know Elu, my brand. That's what I made it for. Individuality. It's one of you, but when we stand together, they ain't like us. And you know, we bring something different to the table, but that's your superpower, you know? That's what make you special. Nobody's like you.
No doubt, man. What inspired you? You've been in the game for a minute, man. And I know we're about to get up out of here, but I got to get that one off, man. Like, what inspires you to keep in the age where there's a lot of fluff coming out here, but there's a lot of good music?
Yeah, a lot
what
of
inspired
that cookie cutter stuff. Like
a lot of cotton cut.
Said.
Yeah.
A lot of that cookie cutter stuff.
It's a lot of that. And this ain't this is another conversation for another day. Yeah. But knowing that there's really no gatekeepers and everybody can just release music whenever they want to. I can just release some whatever. But what inspires you, man?
It's like don't be fooled by the money. Continue to work on your spirit, because that's the real currency. Money is the lowest form of currency you can exchange with a person. So when it comes down to it, what's the highest form? You sharing your energy, just your goodness. You making sure that you showing your best. So that's where I've been at, man. And I can't lose sight of that. I can't lose sight of that's more important than anything else that's to come after, you know? People are way more important than money, and situations can be always resolved. So, I'm just trying to do right, that at this point, do right by people and make sure you leaving something behind for your family, man.
Yeah, good energy.
Yeah, good energy, man. Good energy. Life, more life, man. That's what we want. We want more life. We want more abundance amongst each other. One for your brothers and sisters, what you want for yourself. That's what we have.
Well, look, brother, it's been an honor to have you on, man. I appreciate your time, man. Love if we can be able to do this again, man. And you keep doing your thing. Before we get up out of here, man, where could people follow you? On social media platforms. Where can people go to check out your music, man?
You can check me out on Twitter. I had to change it back. It's just easier. AB the Pro. You'll find Aline Bilal right there with it. The only thing I'm verified on is Cash App, but everything else I'm pretty right on. So you'll find me. I'm in the cut. But Water with Love is everywhere, man. It's on all digital streaming platforms.
Dope. Dope project, man.
Appreciate
I swear, brother. You
Thank you, man.
hey man, you definitely represented, the city well with that one,
There
man.
you go, man. I appreciate that.
Nah, I mean it from the bottom of my heart, brother.
Water yourself with love, man. Thank you.
Yeah,
I appreciate it. And
Nah,
your children.
man.
That's what I had coming out the house. That water. The love was the water. So when your child feel like that, man, that's the protection. Can't nobody take that from them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
No,
Y'all got it. Y'all on your way. And congrats again to your 3-year-old, right?
Yes.
There you go. Yes. Yes. There we go. Congrats.
3 going on 30.
Absolutely. She's the boss.
Big dog status. Let's get it.
She is the boss.
Yeah, I got a daughter myself, and good luck. That's all I gotta say.
Hey, you gotta deal with the beauty, man. You gotta deal with the beauty.
Yeah, I'm in a.
It's beautiful to watch him run. That's beautiful.
Yeah, I'm on Marlboro Pike at the gun shop right now. Trying to see which one I need to go ahead and snatch up for,
Okay.
She is coming. I was a teenage girl. I already know what you're getting ready to do.
Hey, I like that, ain't it? Hey, the sound of your voice, man, I love it, man. We gotta do this again for sure.
Yeah, we got to, man. I appreciate
it.
Nah, no doubt. It was great having you. Thank you, Deandra D, aka D. Been a great co-host. You've been great. AV, man, just keep doing your thing, man. Love you, bro. You represent the city well, man. And I'm gonna let you go ahead and get up out of here, man. You take care. You have a good night. Everybody, take care.
Peace, love, peace and ease.
All right. Good night.